Da 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 da, la da dee dee, and la da dee da dum. Now then, you feel better for that? You're not in a draft, are you?
They can put you away for that, you know.
Pardon?
Talking to yourself.
I wasn't talking to myself, I was talking to Florrie.
Florrie?
Florrie Bundy. I've had her ever since she was a little shoot. You've got to talk to them, you know, to make them grow.
Really? What do you say?
Grow, you little Bundy, grow.
Hello? No, this is not Neville speaking. This is his sister. How dare you? It's your friend Bobby.
Oh, wow, nice.
And would you kindly tell him that my name is not Grotty Dotty?
He didn't call you that, did he?
Yes, he did.
Just his little joke. Hello, Bobby. Now, will you stop upsetting my sister? Never mind what I call her. Oh, anyway. Oh, you're not, are you? He's had trouble with his King Edwards. Have you tried scraping them first? Then drop them for a few minutes in hot fat. Oh, that's nice. He's bought himself a new suit. Oh, it sounds lovely. It's pale blue with a slit up the back. It's tight under the wear. Well, I've told you, love, you need plenty of room under there. You're a big lad, you know. He will buy suits too tight for him under the arms. Yes, love. How's the weather? Oh, it's watting down. It's raining. Will you do me a favour? Will you send me some black puddings? Yes, you can't buy them down here. Bless you. I'll talk to you soon. I think he's fretting for me.
Have you known him a long time?
Oh, yes, we went to school together. I've known him ever since he was a little girl.
A little girl?
Well, mentally, that is. His mother wanted a girl. She'd got 4 boys, so when Bobby came along, she dressed him in girls' clothes. It wasn't until he was at nursery school he realised he was a boy. We were playing that game, you know, you show me yours and I'll show you mine. You never got over the shock.
Morning, Mr. Neville. Morning, Miss Dorothy.
Good morning, Wilf.
You're looking very nice this morning, if I may say so.
Oh, thank you.
You meant me, not you.
I'm sorry I spoke. You want to see me, Will?
Yes, Mr. Neville. You remember that Happyside holiday camp order?
Oh, yes, what about it?
Well, you remember we also decided we couldn't put the lettering through the rock because the name was too long.
Yeah, so I suggested Neville's Candy.
Neville's Candy, that's right. Well, Percy nearly got it right.
Neville's Randy.
We'll have to scrap the whole lot, melt it down and start again.
I think I better have a word with him.
Yes, I've got him outside. Here, come in a minute, will you? I must have a word with you. Bob, come on, yourself.
Afternoon, all.
It's morning.
Is it really? It just shows you how time flies when you're working.
Now, look, listen and pay attention. Now, you know why you're here, don't you?
Yes.
Well, it's not good enough.
You're quite right, Mr. Neville. It isn't good enough.
Oh, I'm glad you admit it.
Oh, I do.
Now, you promise faithfully it won't happen again.
What won't?
What happened this morning?
Neville's Randy.
Well, tell him to stand in a bucket of cold water.
Never mind. Go back to pulling your rock.
Right. And don't you worry, Mr. Neville. It won't happen again, whatever it was.
No wonder business is dropping off.
Now, I'm glad you've mentioned that. What are we going to do to increase production?
First of all, you get rid of birth control.
I don't mean that sort of production. I mean the rock. Now, we need some publicity. We've got to have our name known all over the country. We've got to make Little Hampton a household word.
All right, then, come on, mastermind. How are you going to do it?
You won't laugh?
No.
Promise?
Promise.
No, I know you will.
No, we won't laugh, will we,
No,
Will?
we won't.
Cross your hearts and hope to die?
Oh,
Yes.
cross your heart, hope to
Come
die.
on, just tell us what it is.
We're going to swim the channel. I knew you'd laugh!
Oh, it's as good as a play, isn't it? We're going to swim the channel.
Not we, you.
Me? But I'd never make it. I get out of breath just getting into the bath.
All the way, we'll do it in relays. Percy, you, Ma, Marilyn, Cleo. Oh, Littlehampton to Dieppe. It's never been done before. I can see the headlines now. Rock factory in Channel swim.
No survivors found.
That's right, go on, make fun of it. We men of vision have always been laughed at.
Oh, honestly, Neville, I think the whole idea is ridiculous.
We'll see how ridiculous it is first thing in the morning.
I'm going to do it tomorrow.
No, we're going to start our training. I want all the staff down on the beach at 8 o'clock in the morning with their cozzies. We're going to make history. Morning, Will. How's your rock cock? What's the matter with you?
I'm shy. Look, where have you been?
I've just been for a run along the beach.
But what kept you?
Well, I was watching an old fellow wash his cockles. Where's the staff?
They're inside changing.
Come on, you lovely lot! Expose yourselves!
It doesn't need much of the imagination, does it?
What do you think then, Mr. Neville?
They'll catch their death of cold.
Mr. Neville?
Where's the others?
Oh, they're almost ready.
Come along, let's have you. What a lovely move, huh?
How do I look?
Like a zebra crossing.
Like a zebra crossing what?
Oh, where's Ma?
She'll be out in a minute.
Come on, Ma! Where are you?
I'm ready.
Yes, but ready for what?
Silly old fool, where did you get that? Victorian Albert Museum?
Do you mind? I got this for my honeymoon. Where'd you get yours, Oxfam?
Damages.
No, don't.
Come on, get
Oh,
back in
you
the
sorry.
Now, come along. Let's get started.
Started, we can't. We're waiting for Percy. Just a minute, Snap. Just a minute. Aren't you going in?
No, I washed my hair this morning. I don't want to spoil it. Come along, Percy. The man from Atlantis. You're supposed to be swimming the channel, not fishing for sharks. What did Horace say, Winnie?
He said his mask is all misted up.
Yeah, and my flippers are too tight.
Well, get him off.
Now, Mr. Neville?
Not you, Madeline. Any excuse. Now, come along, please. Oi, Esther Williams.
No, I'm not going.
It's time we all went into the water. Come on, Will. Everybody into the water. Follow me. Well, don't stand there like two pennyworth of chips waiting for some vinegar.
Sorry, Mr. Neville, I can't do it.
I'm only asking you to swim, dear.
Well, I didn't want to tell you before, Mr. Neville, but I can't swim.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Oh, you better go and get changed. Now, Marilyn, I'm sure you won't have any trouble keeping afloat.
You are a little devil, Mr. Neville.
You can swim, can't you?
I don't know. I never tried. But I'm sure I'll soon get the hang of it.
You better fall out. I'll rephrase that. Go and get changed. Come on, Mark.
I can't manage without a life belt.
You can't swim the channel wearing a life belt.
Well, I can't swim without one.
Go and get changed.
I told you, didn't I?
Wilf, how far can you swim?
To the bottom.
Well, that's it. We're knickered.
Knickered? You mean knackered?
I know what I mean. How far can you swim, Percy?
Well, I'll have a go. As long as I can hang on to a buoy.
You can join the queue. Oh, well, that's it. What am I going to do? What am I going to do?
Looks as if you'll have to cancel it, Mr. Neville.
Yes, you're right.
Come on, Percy.
Yeah,
Get
come on.
that chest in there. Wait.
Neville! 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 I've got some marvellous news.
Well, I could do with some of that.
This is Mr. Willis, the Minister of Physical Activities.
That sounds nice. Can anybody join?
Mr. Sutcliffe, I'm proud of you. It's a wonderful thing you're doing.
I'm not doing anything.
He's so modest. When I told Mr. Willis about the Channel swim, he was delighted.
Oh, yes, this will put Great Britain and Littlehampton on the map.
That's what you think.
Oh, I don't think I know. I've already been in touch with the television people, the national press. They'll all be here on the great day.
That'll be very nice, but it's a pity they won't have anything to see. It's been cancelled.
Cancelled?
You can't cancel it. Not now.
You're too late, I have to. Anyway, I thought you were dead against the idea.
Ah, that was before I spoke to Mr. Willis.
Why, yes, we are arranging a civic reception.
Very nice.
Yes, and a welcome home parade.
Well, none of them can swim.
Oh, dear. Then I'll have to cancel everything. But I can't. I mean, the
No,
arrangements...
it's all right, Mr. Willis. There is a question of honour at stake.
Yes?
We promised that Sutcliffes would swim this channel, and I give you my word that a Sutcliffe will do just that.
Oh, Dorothy, I can't let you do it.
I'm not going to do it, you are.
See?
Are you sure?
Yes, he's
Oh,
sure.
good. I'll go and confirm the arrangements. What day will it be?
Friday.
Hang on
Friday.
a
Oh,
minute!
that's splendid. Get off! I'll be here.
Now listen to me, Dorothy.
No, you listen to me. This is too good an opportunity to pass up. You could get knighted.
Get whatted?
Knighted? Lady Sutcliffe of Littlehampton.
Don't you mean Sir Neville?
I'm glad the others can't swim. All the more glory for you.
But you're forgetting one thing.
What's that?
I can't swim either. Oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do?
Isn't that lovely?
And so are you, Miss Dorothy, if I may say so.
Control yourself, Wilf.
I'm sorry, I get carried away sometimes, you know. Well, I hope you know what you're doing.
So do I.
You've got your work cut out to try and teach Mr. Neville to swim by tomorrow.
Well, I think once he gets a bit of confidence, he'll be all right. I've lent him a pair of my old water wings.
I'm ready and waiting.
And the way you look, you won't have long to wait.
You're supposed to wear the water wings outside.
Well, I didn't know that, did I?
Oh, well, I better get back to the factory. What a lovely figure.
Oh, thank you.
Not you, Miss Dorothy, him.
Don't be personal. Go on, get up.
I'll just come put my cap on and then we'll start the swimming lesson.
All right. Hello. Hello. Nice here, isn't it? Very pleasant. Is anything the matter?
I don't know, fancy you.
I beg your pardon? I think you're making a big mistake.
I don't think so. I think you're a little cracker.
Well, I wouldn't go any higher if I were you. You'll get the shock of your life.
Give us a kiss.
Yeah, oh, you dirty old thing. Go away.
I don't be shy.
No, take your hands off me. No, you can't
help it.
I don't care what you can help. Look, you're making a big mistake.
I think you're lovely.
I couldn't get Now look what you've done. You've bust me boob.
Right, come on then, Neville, into the sea.
No, wait for me, please. Help! No, I can't. Hang on. I might drown. I've only got half a water with.
In case you're only half drowned.
Oh, it's cold. I can feel the numbness creeping over my thighs.
Oh, nonsense. Come on in.
No, if I do, I shall ruin myself for life.
Oh, come on, Neville. You haven't got your costume wet yet.
Is this far enough?
All right, it'll do. Now, do this. Push out together. Push out together. Push out together.
Right, mate.
This is very good. take your feet off the bottom.
Right.
Out together. Push out together.
Push out. Oh, good. Oh, good. Hey, look.
You didn't do it right.
Of course I didn't do it right. I nearly drowned. It's no good, Dorothy. I shall never be ready to swim the channel by tomorrow.
You won't have to swim the channel, just a few hundred yards.
Pardon?
Wilf and I will be accompanying you across to Dieppe in a boat.
I know that.
All you have to do is swim out far enough. Then as soon as we're out of sight, you climb into the boat. Then we sail across to Dieppe and drop you as near the shore as we can.
That's cheating.
That's right.
That's marvellous.
Well, here we are in Littlehampton, where any moment now, Neville Sutcliffe will attempt a world record cross-channel swim to Dieppe, a distance of almost 100 miles. And, but first, a word with the Right Honourable Mr. Willis, the Minister of Physical Activities.
How do you do?
This must be a proud moment for you, Mr. Willis.
Oh, yes, I think I can say in all due modesty, the wind of change is blowing through this great country of ours. Our physical activities are second to none, and it gives me great personal pleasure that my idea for this great challenge...
Dear flaming cheek.
Do you mind, please, madam?
Yes, I do mind. And I am not a madam, I'm a muz. And it wasn't his idea at all, it was Neville's and mine. Ours. Please remember that when the honours list comes round.
And now I do believe that Mr. Neville Sutcliffe is almost ready to join us. Yes, indeed, here he is now. Well, in a few minutes' time, we will see the start of this tremendous challenge. As I said earlier, Mr. Sutcliffe is going to attempt to swim from Littlehampton to Dieppe. A challenge that will require courage, endurance, and stamina. Wouldn't you wouldn't you agree?
Oh, yes, yes. Are you the BBC or the other lot?
The other lot.
Well, beggars can't be choosers. Are we actually on television now?
Yes, indeed, we are on television.
Do you mind if I say hello to my friend Bobby?
Well, I don't think that this is not...
Hello, Bobby. Hello, Bobby. I don't want to interrupt your battering. Keep your chips crispy.
Now, Mr. Sutcliffe, how do you feel about your immense feat?
There's nothing wrong with my feet. I only take Saturday.
Yes. Are you confident that you can achieve success?
Oh, yes. Have a stick of rock.
No, thank you.
Perhaps you'd like a rock lolly?
No.
It's all Littlehampton rock, 10p a stick, 6 sticks for 50p. Or perhaps you'd like a rock banana, only 10p. Or a rock kipper, only 15p. Or how about a nice set of rock teeth, because they...
I'm afraid we must leave Mr. Sutcliffe here, as he is about to plunge into the sea to commence his dangerous cross-channel swim from which he may never, ever return. With any luck.
Right, now, have you got the grease?
Grease?
You've got to grease me all over.
Oh, yes. Well, I couldn't find any grease. Don't worry. I've got some cooking oil. Open the costume.
That's next, but we won't bother with that. Just get into the boat and take that with you.
All right.
Now, mind how you go.
All right. Is it all right to do it backwards?
Whatever turns you on. Just get into the boat.
All right, don't fuss.
Right, now mind that.
What a thing.
Right, here we go. Right, Will, take her away.
Cast off, Percy! All right, Will, off you go!
Met the Chancellor of the Exchequer today to discuss the new income policy. A report from our industrial correspondent. America accuses the USSR of interference in Middle East affairs. No news has been heard of Channel swimmer Neville Sutcliffe since he left Littlehampton this morning. It's feared that, in the dark, he may have lost his bearings.
Oh, the agony. I don't feel very well.
That makes two of us.
We're all going to die, you know.
Oh, that's right. Go on, cheer us up.
We might be marooned here for weeks.
I tell you, we're all going to die.
Yes, and you're going to be first.
How do you know that?
Because if you don't shut up, you'll go for a very long walk off a very short plank.
Now look here, Miss
No, we mustn't lose our tempers.
You're right. You're right, Miss Dorothy. We must just sit here and wait.
Well, I hope we don't have to wait long.
Why?
I want to go.
Oh, go where?
I want to go. You know, to the what's-it.
Well, don't think about it.
I can't help thinking about it with all this water splashing round.
Do you mind changing the subject? You got me at it now.
I could do with a little nibble.
Well, don't look at me.
A nibble? Well, it's difficult standing up in the boat, but I'll do my best.
Oh, sit down, you cold drown.
I mean, I'm hungry.
Well, I'm a bit peckish myself.
We got any rock left?
I don't know, I'll have a look. There's nothing here. What's this cork here? I can't... Jump overboard!
Sit on it! Sit on it!
Oh, there's a fish nibbling at me bum!
Where's the bug? Where's the bug?
Where's it?
Where is it? Give me the bug.
Oh, thank you very much, Wilf.
Yes, it's a pleasure.
We ought to sit and think how we're going to survive.
How do you mean?
If we're marooned for days.
I tell you, we're all going to die.
Oh, what are we going to do? What are we going to do?
We'll just sing something cheerful like Look for the Silver Lining or...
I see land.
How does that go?
No, no. Land, I see land. There's land over there.
I see! We've done it! Look! That's France!
Quick, Neville, swim ashore!
Come on, off you go. Come on. Hey! Rock, rock. Feed the goal. I think we may be off course, but I don't think this is the end.
Well, what does it matter? We've crossed the channel. That's the important thing.
Dunkirk. Hello! Doing well.
Je suis mi-anglaise from England. That's a right one here. Is this Dieppe?
No, but you're not far from Bogdan Reaches.
Oh, Bobby. Do you know, it was so cold. When I came out of that water, it was all shriveled up. My costume. Thanks ever so much for watching. Hope we'll see you next week. Good night. God bless.